13 amazing benefits and uses of baking soda. I don't think you're going to look at baking soda the same after you get done with these next 13. I certainly did not. I know it has benefits. I use it as a doctor for some remedies that will surprise you, but also just the uses around the house. Let's dive in. Baking soda. So simple, so easy to get into your regimen. Here's why I would recommend it. Number one, the most common use that I recommend this for is alkalizing the body very quickly. Now, certainly you won't want to just consume baking soda every day as a food, but if you are in the middle of a gout flare-up or an acid level attack, maybe it's in your digestive system or in your joints, very inflamed, using a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of baking soda in water, simply drinking it is a very quick way to swing your body back over to being more alkaline, which has saved a lot of people from suffering and giving them quick relief because it's going to calm the joints down, level out the uric acid in your system or the acid in your digestive system, helping to alkalize the body very quickly. It's a very good alkalizer. Number two, baking soda absorbs heavy metals. Now, there's a dual-sidedness to this. Number one, that's fantastic in your body to eliminate heavy metals that we get exposed to, whether it's in our water, whether it's in a medication or in our food. How do we keep mercury and lead and these types of heavy metals out of our system, get them out of our body? Well, baking soda can be very helpful at that. So if you know you've gotten an exposure, drinking some baking soda, again, a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon would be a quick way to absorb some of those. Now, why this is very important for the rest of us, if you haven't had a heavy metal exposure that you know of, or it's been a long time since your heavy metal exposure, it might not be the best thing to put in. But the fact that baking soda absorbs heavy metals means we've got to be very careful on the type that we buy. If you just pick up the old Arm & Hammer, you're going to get a baking soda with heavy metals already in it. So look for a natural form of baking soda that on the front of it has no heavy metals inside. Like it's been heavy metal tested. Since it's such an absorber of it, it doesn't take very much to get heavy metals inside your baking soda. So now you're cooking with it, baking with it, and you're getting and ingesting heavy metals because the baking soda absorbed it. So 2 points there to make for point number two. Number three, it is very good at absorbing radiation. So post X-ray, post MRI, post CT scan, especially when contrast is involved, I get a lot of questions about what can I do to get that metal that was used as a dye or to reduce the radiation exposure. Here's a simple one where it will help to negate that inside of your body. Half to a teaspoon of baking soda in water. I would do that 1 to 3 times a day for anywhere from 3 to 7 days after heavy radiation exposure. We do have to get tests sometimes. I understand why we do it, but if this is absorbing metals and radiation, this is fantastic right away after testing. There is another video below for my full protocol on going through and things to be thinking about if you did do an antibiotic or anesthesia or some kind of medical testing. You can check that video out as well. But baking soda is a really simple one to add into the regimen post-test. Number 4, a more commonly known one, but natural toothpaste, natural whitener for the teeth, and it also eliminates halitosis, bad breath. So if you've got some stinky breath, if they're getting kind of yellow, if you want a natural toothpaste, I used to do this as a kid. I would literally put the toothbrush under the water. We would dip it into the baking soda, and once a week, or probably not more often than that, we would just brush with straight up baking soda. So it's fantastic whitener, very cheap, very easy to use. Obviously get a quality one. You could use it as your toothpaste. Could you use it every single day? You could. Yeah, you definitely could, but it eliminates bad breath as well. So if you get yourself in a pinch, you could mix a little bit in water, swish it around in the mouth, kind of eliminates and deodorizes your mouth, spit that out, and you're ready to go on your date. Number 5, it's also an excellent facial scrub and exfoliant. So what you could do is just with a little bit of water in a cup, put the baking soda in and then make a paste out of it. And then you could use that as an exfoliant and a facial scrub that is cheap and easy to help with excess skin on the face, excess oil on the face would be a great one as a beauty regimen that's really simple to do. Number 6, since it's such a good deodorizer, maybe it should be used under the pits. Well, you could make that same paste or in the powder form and put some on the under underarms just to see how does it help with your sweating if you have an excessive sweating problem, or if things are getting a little gamey under there, you may try putting a little bit of baking soda on the pits to see how that helps with the odor. Number 7, speaking of skin, if you have an irritation, maybe it's a bug bite, insect bite, a rash, you may try a simple baking soda paste for a soothing effect, neutralizes the acids oftentimes involved in a bite, or if you come in contact with some kind of plant or something that caused you a rash, that little paste, just a little bit of water, a little baking soda, put it on the skin, cheap, easy way to get yourself some relief for any skin-related irritants. Number 8 is obviously well known as an excellent cleaner, but in the bathroom, some of the harder things like a brush or a comb, you may put baking soda in water, mix it up, and then put your brushes in your combs in the water to help to cleanse them. Simple thing to do if they need a cleaning or haven't gotten one for a while. The same thing would apply to a toothbrush for cleaning it off and deodorizing it and keeping it sanitary. Number 9, let's go back to the body. A foot soak. This is fantastic for making up a soak to soak your feet in. It's got a detoxifying effect when you put baking soda in water and you soak the skin in it. It's exfoliating. Be a good time to work on those calluses or any kind of rough part of your feet. Maybe if you want to file it, it would be good for warts and plantar warts on the feet if you're working on digging those out to try to get rid of them. It is also going to be detoxifying, or if you just really have sore or hurting feet, this is going to help soothe it. Good look at doing a half a cup to a full cup of baking soda in enough water to submerge your feet into to get yourself some relief. Number 10, in a paste form, baking soda can be a really good cleanser for the tub, for the sink, for the grimy, mildewy areas of your floor, of your bathroom. So easily adding some of that in or using that paste might be the way you can get a non-toxic cleanse of some dirty areas of your house. Number 11, baking soda is a great deodorizer, which means one, as a kid, we always used to have a little bit of baking soda sitting in the fridge to keep the fridge from having an odor. If you have that problem, you may try that out, but it would also be really good for the stinky feet and stinky shoes. Putting and sprinkling in a little bit of baking soda in your shoes that are sitting in your closet or by your doorway, maybe each day that you come in or come home, good way to deodorize them, especially if they're starting to smell over time or for any of their stinky areas of the house. Number 12, baking soda can easily be added to a wash to help give it extra deodorizing to a t-shirt or workout clothes or anything that needs freshening up like linens. You could add in a little bit of baking soda into the wash to give it that extra non-toxic freshness. Number 13, the detoxifying bath. That's right. If you take an Epsom salt bath and follow the instructions of a cup or two of Epsom salt into the bath, you're going to get the benefits of extracting out toxins at the skin level, absorbing magnesium, helping you to relax. But if you add in a half a cup to a full cup of baking soda into the bath as well, you're going to get more of a detoxifying effect. Again, it's exfoliating, and so you're really getting a good cleanse on the outside. So this is one of the things I recommend if you suffer with inflammation, which a lot of us do. Your joints hurt, you have skin flare-ups and issues, you're dealing with any kind of itis, arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis. This is a great way to soothe those muscles at the end of the day, get yourself in a relaxation mode, get better sleep. So I put together an entire inflammation cheat sheet and guide and training to not only use the detoxifying baking soda Epsom salt bath, but some other ways to really get inflammation down quickly in the body. I put that video with the link right here, and it'd be a perfect one to head on over to next, now that you know the 13 amazing benefits and uses of baking soda.